I'm going to learn how to play the violin blind.
As a kind of a form of getting to know each other better, we'd all wash each other's boxes.
I've definitely licked the bottom of the shoe for money.
All right, please welcome to the show, legends in the game. It's only Shikari, everyone, make some noise! Woo! We are joined by Rob and Ralph from the band. Gents, nice to see you. I've not seen you in this form.
Come on, give us a big cuddle. Come on.
Oh, come on then, come here. It's been a while, Nice to see you. And in good form, actually. A brand new album, A Kiss for the Whole World, from Shikari is upon us. And I like that title first off, because it's, you know, it's warm, it's welcoming, it feels like a title that's coming out of difficult times, Ralph.
It feels like what the world needs, doesn't it? It's a bit of affection in this, in this current climate. It would be quite nice.
What was the energy in the studio like, Rob?
It was amazing. Basically, we tucked ourselves away in the countryside in this big old farmhouse that the only power we were running on was from solar panels, and we'd wake up in the morning, there'd just be fields around us with deer running through. It was gorgeous, just us and George, our engineer. And it was amazing, like literally from the moment that we woke up to the moment we went to bed, it was nothing but creative energy.
It was very wholesome. We were like cooking for each other. We had to like chop wood to keep ourselves warm. There's no heating, so it was kind of special, you know, because it was just completely
isolated.
Yeah, just by ourselves, and we were just able to concentrate on the music.
What were some of the other duties, Rob, that the band members had to take on?
Well, other than keeping each other warm by chopping wood and bringing that into the house and cooking for each other, what really made it a nice family vibe was I brought my dog along and Chris brought his dog as well. So the house was full of nice, warm, furry friends and just real comfortable vibes.
We had to wash our clothes by hand as well. So as a kind of a form of getting to know each other better, we'd all wash each other's boxes in the sink.
We were tourists in adolescence. We were lovers in regression. And every time I hold your hand, I feel something different in your palm. Such a palette of colors that you've never seen, and you never dreamed you could look upwards for so long as you stare into the sun. Stare into the sun. Stare into the sun. Stare into the sun. But I want you back to me.
Please welcome Shame! Yes! They're in! Charlie and Sean here, everybody from the band. All right, Shame are back, brand new album. Food for Worms, great title. Who's responsible for that one?
Sean was the one who came up with it.
Nice one, Sean.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a good title, and obviously it follows like we've got this kind of 3-word theme going through each record now. It's like an expectation at this point, so you know.
It's sort of monosyllabic.
Six Pack is one of the tracks from the album. I like this version of Shame, this psyche version of Shame. It's wild, that song, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those ones where it's like, so we wrote this album in. We spent the whole of 2021 trying to write. Nothing came, lots of ideas, no songs.
Yeah.
And then we got set this challenge by management, which was in 2 weeks, you've got to come up with a whole new set of songs, play 2 gigs at the Windmill in Brixton. Has to be a new set. And
is that the way to motivate you, give you a short amount of time?
2.5 months later, we were in the studio recording the album. And we were just sort of like, it's just kind of immediately quite fun.
What is Six Pack about?
So it's basically kind of like, it's a room, it's like the opposite of like a room 101 or whatever. It's a room where sort of all of your desires are kind of like kept inside. But it was more so in kind of, you know, in the sort of COVID period, that word, you know, when it kind of eased and people started going outside, there was that difference between the people who kind of like rushed to get out and then the people who actually felt like better inside. And it was kind of about that sort of, you know, we went into COVID and everyone was like, oh, I'm going to learn how to play the violin blind and, you know, sort of like learn Taiwanese and stuff like that. And there's all these kind of ambitions. And I think when you spend time isolated, it's kind of like that sort of fun delusion or whatever, where you're like, oh, I can do anything now. And that was kind of more sort of like it.
A room of desires.
Yeah, a room where everything is there.
This other track, Fingers of Steel, another great title. Was that you again, Sean?
Was it you?
Yeah, it was when we did the, I'm not a very good musician. When we were writing that, we were with...
That's good.
We were with...
He's in the wrong line of work, yeah.
We were with a good friend of ours, Max Golden, nicknamed Sizzle, who does sound for us and bands like Black Million, stuff like that as well. And he was there when we were writing these songs, and I was like playing like one note, and I was like, yeah, Fingers of Steel. So we called it that. But yeah.
There's actually but then we were at a festival in France this summer, and I was checking out this like guitar book because there were some nice guitars, and I saw a set list, and on the set list I saw Fingers of Steel.
Yeah.
So someone else has a song called Fingers.
Do you know
of Steel.
which band it was?
They're buried in that field, mate.
Hi, I'm Flower of Love. I make music and I live in London. Right now I'm back home on a break from tour and I've just been chilling with my dog. This is him. His name's Avocado. I think you should listen to my new single, Love You. I wrote about my mother and it just feels like such a special song. And it's also like the new Flower of Love 2023 sound. So it's like perfect for you if you want to get to know me. I'd say the best fan experience I've ever had is the first time I got recognized. So I was inside Fret's and she was outside with her entire family. And the second I stepped out, she just started bursting out crying and was like, oh my God, you're Flower of Love. And I was confused myself. I didn't know what was happening. But that's the most memorable. So therefore it's my favorite and the best. I'd say the most rock and roll thing I've ever done is lick the bottom of a shoe. I don't know if it's referring to music, but I've definitely licked the bottom of the shoe for money. So I think my friend group like dared me in primary school to lick the bottom of the shoe for £1. And back in the day, £1 was a lot of money. Like you could buy 2p sweets. That's so many sweets. So I licked the bottom of some girl's shoe. It didn't taste like anything, so that was good. And I got the £1.